AFC Championship game on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense. The kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well. But that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Brown. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. It's 1st and goal. A chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. Tannehill. And he's got it. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And Patrick Mahomes is back in this game for the third straight season, because you remember 2 years ago, they lost in overtime at home to New England and then found their way through last year, beating Tennessee in the AFC title game in Kansas City as well. He has great experience in this game, understands how to win, and is eager to get a second straight Super Bowl title.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 29-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Terrell Suggs. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
He's brought down.
For the Titans and Chiefs, you know, we think back to their encounter in the postseason last year, the AFC Championship game to be exact. And the Titans were riding high, coming up.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Terrell Suggs with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed.
On fourth down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
Back deep, Adoree Jackson. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Taking it about the 16.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
And Henry gets the call there on first down as he pushes his way forward. A pickup of about 5.
He's brought down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Derrick Henry. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
To throw is Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or two at most.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded in the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25.
Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
And we'll see if they can do it here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 68 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
On for the point after.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score already down 21.
The extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Kansas City.
That'll be taken about a yard deep.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The ball carrier.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd.
They'll run with Henry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
The tackle made at the...
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he will have the Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
First down, Tennessee.
They'll run on first down. Henry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Chiefs 7.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Henry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And he's going to go down again. Like a freight train there, Derek Notting with a sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here.
You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, with the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Bell with a first down carry there as he'll get about 4 out of that.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Mahomes. going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Eric Berry, the safety, comes flying in for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Mahomes firing complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again.
He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's still fighting forward. And some room to roam now. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will make it into the end zone and bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
25 yards. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Right now they're in some uncharted waters, Charles. They haven't been facing deficits like this season. We're going to see what they're made of.
And I think the easy thing right now is for us to discuss how the home crowd can help them, carry them along. Bottom line, though, they've got to make plays to get the crowd back into it, to help them with the rest of their game. That means best players got to make those big-time plays right now. They need them in a big way.
They fought so hard to be here at home for the conference championship game. See if they can propel themselves to the Super Bowl. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. A screen to Bell. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
At the Titans' 39-yard line.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes, complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And again, it's Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
4 at the 9-yard line.
Mahomes to throw once more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, 5. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep it from going all the way. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll go with Foreman, and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will make it into the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mahomes now on first down.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard.
Intercepted.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it.
But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers squaring off against the New Orleans Saints.
And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
We can't have that.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Mahomes on target here to Hardman. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Nicole Hardman, 62 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year when we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them, all right? You didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 20.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in a sack.
All right, partner, count with me. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Look, he had all day to throw the football and never got rid of it and allowed for the sack. That's not on the offensive line.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. 30, past the 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 66 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
For the point after.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Adoree Jackson on the return.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before you get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now it's Henry. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 44. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. This is Henry. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run with Henry on 1st down, but nothing much materializing as he'll get forward only for about a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Fights loose, bulldozes past, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Taken in the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. KC's offense ready to take over.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
to throw is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That's good for a Kansas.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
7 yards to pick up there.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
45-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10.
Now it's Mahomes again. This is caught. Watkins. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
You know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like to fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Titans.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. Flush to his right. It's complete to ground, right side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They shakes him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Fighting through pressure. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Alex Okafor in there to drop him at sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
Tannehill. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense about ready to take over again.
And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession, gigantic.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 34-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
That's good.
And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
10 at the 28-yard line.
Mahomes to throw once more. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Nicole Hardman with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Adoree Jackson on the return. The Titans take over first and 10. At their own 10.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a two-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
The Titans first down.
First down. It's Henry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Tannehill with a throw caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Off play action, Tannehill. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Anthony Hitchens in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure. And the pressure gets to him again. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A 53-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Automatic first down.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 43. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Mahomes. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. Yeah, the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to go back to Watkins, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
To throw is Mahomes. Down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mahomes to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So down only 2 now. Still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just bowling over tacklers. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Henry, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
The score, Titans 47.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, Those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 5. A little over 40 seconds to go. A field goal won't help. They need a touchdown to send them to the Super Bowl as they've got it 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll get this underneath to Bell. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. Completes it to Hardman. He's got daylight. The 20. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. You and I have seen a lot of special comebacks. This one, pretty much unbelievable. Roaring all the way back from that huge deficit, now in the driver's seat.
Take the numbers out of it. It seemed insurmountable. It seemed monumental, like no chance you could get that done, but they did. Let's go back to the 92 NFL season, 93 playoffs. Houston, Buffalo, in Buffalo. Houston with the monster lead, and here come the Bills all the way back to win it.
Led by Frank Reich, correct?
Yes, Frank Reich was the quarterback. He had done it in college a few times. He did it in the pros with the Bills. How old were you then?
I was 10, but I remember it. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick 6 or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In a regular season, only 1 period is played. We can call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins.
Derrick Henry all alone. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on to the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
And all that hard work has paid off. They're AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've done it all that hard work, all that sweating, all that effort, all those times you're getting yelled at by your coach, and now you get to go to the Super Bowl. Put your hats on, guys, and say AFC champs.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah. Ones that doubted me, gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south.